How we doing? So, what's up with this? Tell me what's going on here.
A little monster. Took a few years to build.
So it's an H1.
It's an H1. It's a 99. You know they come with a 6.2 that does 0 to 60 in about 5 days probably. So we got a 6.6 turbo conversion in this. We have stage 3 Garrett turbo conversion also.
Okay.
Oversized intercooler. Upgraded the differentials, the axle, the brakes, adjustable suspension.
And how much power are we running here?
We were running about 650 horses before the turbo was installed. We have not had it on the dyno yet after the turbo. Stage 3, which is the largest one.
What are you
thinking about 1000? Because stage 2 is supposed to give about 850 to 900.
Right.
This is about 1000 horsepower we claim, but I will probably have it for you black on white written from a dyno. Once I find the dyno machine that's going to take this monster.
But what else have you done? It looks like there's been a paint job.
Well, everything's been done. The paint is special, you have little touches, obviously one-off ADV1 wheels, off-road tires, smoked lights.
You did the headlights, you got a winch.
You can see all the headlights are all brand new. Winch is something we have to have in Miami. 16,000 pound winch because we have to keep pulling cars off the road. Little carbon fiber piece right here.
I see some piping here for the intercooler.
That's for the oversized intercooler. We can open the engine.
So it's 6.6 Duramax.
Duramax turbo.
Turbo diesel.
With stage 3 Garrett turbo. Electrical is a mess in this car. When I say mess, electrical is a nightmare.
Right.
I mean, everything had been handled and redone. It took forever. It took almost a year. Yeah. Almost a year. Because once you see the interior, you'll understand. I don't think you've seen a Hummer like this. Not even in the Alpha.
So where, you told me where you got the leather, but tell
the leather came from England. This is the Connolly leather that they used to use on the old Ferraris. They use window roses as far as I know also. So we had the work done here in Miami. And of course we changed everything here on the instrument panel. Everything is brushed. The seats are Daytona seats, like the Ferrari Daytona seats with the Lamborghini logo. We have a Lamborghini logo in the back of the car also. Now you're gonna say, what's the relation between a Lamborghini and an H1? But LM002 Lamborghini is one of my most favorite automobiles ever. The idea was to put a 12-cylinder Countach engine into this vehicle, where we have a stage 7 bulletproof transmission. We couldn't make it work between the engine and the transmission, so that idea was scrapped. Yes. Yeah. Otherwise, right? It was supposed to have a 12-cylinder Lamborghini Countach engine in there, where it would have been a dream.
So what is it like to drive?
I don't know. Let's go for a ride.
All right, so we're inside the H1. It's like a Ferrari almost.
With a little bit of difference.
With a little bit of difference. It's 2 foot wide center console. But Alp, tell me more about yourself. What really got you into cars? Windward Garage. How did all this come about, really?
Well, cars are a passion, obviously.
Yeah.
There is a 1964 Chevy Bel Air in the shop. I don't know if you've seen it. It's not a special car. It's a regular 64 4-door, 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the column. The simplest the Chevy ever built.
Right.
My father had the same car. So basically, I was about 5 years old. I used to leave, go downstairs, start the car up. A little green light comes up and it says cold. You run the car until it gets warm, the light goes off, shut the ignition, go upstairs, get up on the chair. Obviously 5 years old, I wasn't 6'2" then.
Yeah.
get up on the chair so I can hold the coat for my father. He would put his coat, get down, get in the car and leave. And I'm talking about a couple of feet snow outside. That's how I started with these cars. I came to US in '87. My cousin used to deal with Ferraris and old Jags. I'm talking about the E-Types and old 911s and 912s and Pagodas and 300 SCs and all Mercedes, post-war cars. That's how I started. I used to help him out, drive them, maintain them, clean them, doing the basics basically. And learned about cars, started learning, started reading.
And then it just snowballed.
Of course, it just snowballed, obviously. Then I stopped the car business for a while and just started again about like 2-3 years ago. Even though I've been dealing with cars all my life, a few years ago we just decided that let's open the garage. Let's have something where we have a passion. Let's have something like a little man cave. And display the cars. And Winwood is a very interesting place, very unique place. I love Winwood. We were here before anybody else was even here. So open the garage, trying to stay within the meaning of Winwood here, basically. That we have the cars being displayed, we have art on the walls, we have the graffiti outside.
And the cars themselves being pieces of art as well.
I believe so, of course they are. I mean, to me, if you ask me, there are cars which takes you from point A to point B, and there are automobiles which is built, and it's an art, piece of art to me, if you ask me. They are pieces of art. I mean, you're talking about a Ferrari 250 Lusso, or a 250 GTO, or a Daytona Spider, or a Lamborghini Miura, or Maserati Ghibli. You know, I mean, those cars are a piece of art. Those are the cars that you should have just hanging on your wall, sitting in the middle of the living room. I know a lot of people don't relate to that, but it is a piece of art.
What was your poster? What was your poster car?
Absolutely the 250 GT long wheelbase. There's nothing like it. Not the GTO, but the GT. I love that car. Wow.
Alright, so Al's giving me the keys to drive the beast of the gray hell of the Miami, the 1,000 horsepower Hummer. It's funny because the steering wheel is offset to the right.
It is. And you're sitting all the way to the left.
And you're sitting all the way to the left, squished up against the door. There's some GM switchgear that's pretty familiar, but the rest is pretty bespoke Hummer. You know, you can switch between the fuel tanks. There's some auto meter, you know, custom gauge. Did some custom work over here.
Air inflators.
Air inflators for the tires. This is like a G-Wagon 6x6 style, you know. You have the CB radio up here. That's something we'll
old
put
school.
a shot of. That's pretty sick.
Old school.
But yeah, okay, so now we're in drive, low range, handbrakes down, everything's good. Should be ready to go.
Ready to go.
I feel like I'm a... Yeah, with the off-road tires, it's the tires really that affect the steering, let's say. The auto response is pretty instant. I mean, there's the torque and the power is there always, but there's no ABS, no traction, nothing.
Nope.
No electronic nannies. Power steering there is.
Yes, there is.
It's really easy to drive.
once you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Because you have
I'm
to
sure
know.
it has its little.
You have to know the right and the left, how wide you are.
Yeah.
Even though, like we talked about it, it's just
What would be the
psychologically.
thing is the tires sticking out a little bit.
Tires are sticking out at least 3 inches off the body.
Yeah. Tracking straight, I mean, you know it's a Hummer, you know it's a huge thing at the end of the day.
That's what I was trying to tell you, that you still have the loud noise, the road noise, because of the oversized tires also.
Yeah, that's a
And
big
the
factor.
engine. But I can't get enough of the whistling sound. It's not.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't get old.
It's not a big V8 American muscle deep sound. It's just that
No, but this is like
whistling.
You hear a
and you have
dually.
3 different whistles. If you pay attention, you got 3 different whistles on this thing. It's just crazy.
I can see the appeal of having a Hummer, similar to somebody having a G-Wagon or anything of the sort. Like your view is of the big hooks for the helicopters to come pull you out of any mud hole that you're stuck in.
Well, we won't get stuck anywhere. And if we do, like I said, we have something that everyone in Miami should have: a 16,000-pound winch in the front.
It would be interesting to see a boost gauge.
I have those. I have the oil temperature, the transmission temperature, and everything. Like I said, 100%. It's not a 100% done project. There are still a couple of things missing. Once those are done, it'll be great. The way that I do the boost is through my phone.
Oh, because you have the little app, right?
I have the little app on my phone, and I have the little connection on the OBD2. That way I know my 0 to 60, 0 to 100. Yes, 100. I've seen 130, 140 on this car already, which is unheard of.
It's unheard of.
Yes.
And with these...
The only thing at that speed is that you don't know if the car will stop or not. So
Yeah.
that's it.
That's the 1,000 horsepower Hummer H1 and the story of the great Alp from Winwood Garage. Alp, thanks very much, man.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for trusting me with the baby. It was fun. It was a blast. It was a blast.
Thank you.
All right, catch you guys next time. Cheers.